Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today, a lot is happening to say the least. Today we're going to be setting up my 20-gallon long tank. You may have seen this in my cheap turtle tank setup video. Today I'm going to be replacing the 10-gallon frog tank with this 20-gallon long. And here's the thing, I was planning on doing this anyway, but I was gonna do it after this whole coronavirus was done so I could go to the pet store and get some nicer decorations. But there's actually a bit of an emergency. It's not like super serious, but basically last night I was just sitting here looking at my 55-gallon, and I'll just give you guys a couple seconds to see if you can notice anything different. Probably not, but basically, I used to have 2 of these angelfish. I got them not too long ago, and obviously, one of them is gone. I looked everywhere, behind every decoration. I even looked behind the tank on the ground, because there's like a slight chance he could have jumped out. Probably not. Well, I know he didn't because he wasn't there. So basically, I've come to the conclusion that he was eaten, and pretty much the only thing in this tank that could eat anything is right there, Sheldon. But that's not all. I was just sitting there thinking about that angelfish being gone, and I realized that my zebra danio is gone. The zebra danio that I've had for over 2 years has just disappeared. But that's still not all. As I was sitting there contemplating those deaths, I saw Sheldon literally bite at my blind cave tetra. Like, he full on went after him, that fish right there. So that's when I realized something is up, something's gotta change. I don't know what got into Sheldon. He's never gone for fish before. So last night, I spent a while to devise a plan. And basically what that plan is I'm going to set up this 20-gallon long right there. That 10-gallon will just go bye-bye for now. The frog will go in that 20-gallon. The 3 Buenos Aires tetras will join the frog in this tank. The rest of the community fish will go into the 25. Killer will go in the 55, and Kobe will go in the 55. And if Killer and Kobe don't get along, I can just return Kobe to this tank because nothing will be in there as of now. And yeah, so Killer, Kobe, and Sheldon will be in this tank. Killer and Kobe can defend themselves way better than these community fish. They're way faster, they're way more aware of things, so that should be fine. But what I am gonna do is separate this video into 2 videos. In the first part, I'm just going to set up the new 20-gallon tank and like put the frog in there, get him situated. And then in part 2, which you'll either see tomorrow or the next day, I will be swapping all of my fish into their new tanks. So it's a lot to do, and with that being said, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is get all of this black sand out of this tank, and I'm going to do this because I want to use white sand. This was my college dorm turtle tub. It has like 2 bags of white sand, so that'll easily be enough for this tank. So I'm going to remove all this black sand. We got pretty much all the black sand out, and I'm going to take this tank outside and spray like all the sand dust off. Alright, so I just went outside and rinsed down this tank with the hose. Now all of the black sand is out. Now what I'm going to do is take this bucket and put all that white sand in here. I'm going to rinse out that white sand because that has been sitting in my basement for a while. There's probably a lot of dust in there. That was way easier. I'm just gonna go run some water through this. The white sand has been rinsed. Now I'm gonna put the white sand in the 20-gallon. There we go. The next thing I'm going to do is siphon as much of the water out of the 10-gallon as I can into this bucket. I'm going to use this old tank water in the new 20-gallon. I'm going to go ahead and get Freddy out of this tank, and he'll just stay in the bucket for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and get the 10-gallon off of my dresser, and I will replace it with the 20-gallon long. And there we go. That's gonna look really sick. I just went ahead and rinsed down the house decoration, so I'm gonna put that right in the middle. And I forgot to mention, or I might have mentioned it before, this is not how this tank is going to look forever. Like I said before, I was going to wait until the whole coronavirus thing passed before I set this tank up, because I want to make this tank look really like naturalistic and nice. But again, there's like kind of an emergency. Sheldon's going on a rampage. So I'm just using the decorations that I have here at my house, and we're gonna make it work. So there will be a remodel video on this tank soon. Hopefully soon, I have no idea, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse down the plants that are gonna go in this tank, and then I will put them in. So I also have these 2 rocks. If you watched my last video, you saw that I went to Zion National Park, and I did pick up a few rocks from that place with the sole purpose of going in the tank, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in the tank. I did just boil them a little bit ago. I'm gonna bury the rest of the plants. I also have this pile of black rocks that was in the old 10-gallon. I'm just gonna put those on the left side. And I think that's pretty much it for the decorations. I'm going to go grab some clean water, some brand new water, and put that in. You know what? Hold that thought. There's Freddy. He's just chilling in the bucket. What I'm gonna do is put Freddy in the old 10-gallon. I'm going to put this old tank water into the tank so that I can use this bucket to get clean water. I love how chill he is about getting caught in the net. He'll just stay in there for a sec. So I have the old tank water right here on the ground, but I'm actually going to use this container to put the water into the tank, just because I don't want to mess up any of the sand or decorations or whatever. Alright, so right down here I have a bucket of brand new clean water. I'm going to go ahead and put that in. So right here I have another bucket full of clean water, and I'm going to put it in until it's about right here. And then I'm going to put however much water I can from that tank into this tank without like grabbing a bunch of black sand and poop and stuff. But yeah, first I'm going to put some new water in the tank. I just took all this from the old tank. I'm gonna pour it in. This is also from the old tank. And then the rest of this bucket is still just clean water. Hopefully this fills it the rest of the way. We need to get it about right there. I think it will do it. And there we go. As you can see right there, I already put the filter in. That is a new filter, but this is the cartridge from the old tank, so that already has all the beneficial bacteria in it. And again, a little under half of the water in this tank is old tank water. So this tank is already cycled, so I can put the frog straight in here. And as you can see right there, the filter and the heater are both on. So now I'm going to put the screen lid on and then hook up the light bar. The LED bar is now plugged in, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it on in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that looks way better than I thought it was going to. Oh my goodness. That looks really cool. Dang. I'm so glad I went with the white sand. That looks awesome. Those red rocks look crazy in there. I don't want to leave Freddy waiting any longer, so I'm going to just go ahead and put him in his tank. Goes. Boom. Yeah, he definitely was getting close to needing a bigger tank. He's just chilling. It's probably gonna take him a little bit to get used to his new tank. But yeah, that looks great. And he looks great in there. Oh my gosh. All right, so it's now the next day. Here's a look at the tank. There's Freddy right back there, just chilling. So I was gonna transfer all of the fish into their new tanks yesterday after I set up the 20-gallon, but I decided I just wanted to give it a day to kind of circulate before I put the fish in there. But it is the next day. I'm going to move all the fish into their new tanks right now. You'll see that in the next video. That video will be dropping either tomorrow or the next day. Again, during quarantine, I'm trying to drop a video every other day at least. That is gonna wrap up this video, and I have today's comment of the day, and that goes out to Squidward Tentacles. I love your channel and can't wait for the merch. Keep up the good work, man. Thank you very much, Squidward. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. Again, Carson's Aquatics merch dropping next month. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Now I'm going to take this tank outside